All right, good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the Bookmap Onboarding Webinar. I'm Bruce at Bookmap. I run the education here at Bookmap, and we're going to go through the process in here, of getting you up and running within Bookmap. So if you have any questions, we're here to answer them. The agenda, we're going to log into bookmap.com so you can see your details. Then we're going to get data. I'll show you how to subscribe to data via bookmap.com. And then we're going to download, install and run Bookmap, connect to the data, and we're going to add some symbols. And then there's some resources here from Help Center, Learning Center, and our knowledge base and support to go over all of that. So if you want to reach out, you have questions, we have the answers for you. And then also to show you our Discord chat room community. And then we can get into live market if you want. We can just go over the basics in Bookmap and have a Q&A session as well. So that's our goal. So let's jump in and we'll get started here. Now, the first thing to do is, and now I'm also assuming that you've already got Bookmap, you've already signed up. If you haven't, well, you can find out more from the pricing link here at bookmap.com. And then there's a login button up here, and this is what you'll need to click on to log in. So if I've already logged in, and when you log into Bookmap, you come into the Bookmap portal area here in the Getting Started tab. Under the Getting Started tab, you'll see your license key here, which you can copy. And then you also have the download links in here. So you'll need to first select the system that you want. You can select Windows, Mac Intel, Mac M1 or M2, or Linux. You can also select the version that you want here of Bookmap. So click on the drop down and you'll see production as well as beta. The difference here, I would recommend going with the production version. The beta version has additional features that you know, are kind of on the cutting edge. It's there still may be some bugs, but it is stable enough to release as beta. That's for sure. And pretty soon, actually, we will be releasing our beta as production. So you can also go with the beta version at this point. Then click the download link here, and then that will download wherever you choose it. I'm going to choose my downloads folder here, and I'm going to click save. And you can see that it is downloading Bookmap right now. Okay, once you've downloaded Bookmap, you can come to the folder in here in your downloads, and you can see it right here. Okay, double click on this to install Bookmap, and that's going to open up the Bookmap wizard to guide you through the process to install Bookmap. Okay, you can click on the next button and go through the process here. We've all done it many times over, so I'm not going to bore you with that detail here. So I'm just going to X out of it. But once you've installed Bookmap, then you'll see the desktop icon here. So we're going to double click and open up that in just a second. Before I do that though, let's jump over into our portal again, and I want to show you how to get data. Okay, so you will need to get data with Bookmap. What we've downloaded here is just the platform itself. We are not the data provider for these markets. Actually, we do provide data, but it is separate. There's an extra cost to it. This is how it is in the markets. Okay, larger brokers handle it differently, but you know, you will need to subscribe to an additional data package in order to run Bookmap for the various markets that you may choose to access. So let's click on Add Subscription over here. Okay, and then that'll bring me to the Add Subscriptions page here. And then you'll see some options here for data. For futures data, you can subscribe to Bookmap Data CME right here. Okay, so we connect to the CME, the CBOT, the NYMEX, and COMEX, or you can get them individually here, $17 for the first month or $34 each month after, or you can get the whole bundle here, which is $79 for each month. So it's up to you. Whatever you trade, maybe you can save a little money if you don't trade these other exchanges here, and you just trade the CME stock indexes and currency futures. All right, it's up to you. Now, I would recommend going with the entire package here to begin with and see how you like it, and then maybe if you trade just the CME, then go with just the CME. The DX feed for stocks. Now, if you just trade equities, you can subscribe here to the DX feed equities bundle, which would include NASDAQ and EdgeX. Okay, so there's two exchanges here. You can get it as a bundle. It's $59 for the first month, and then it's $119 each month after. Or if you want, you can subscribe just to the NASDAQ depth here for $69 a month, or just EdgeX for $59 a month. Okay, DXFeed also offers futures options. DXFeed also offers futures data in here, and you can read through that. And there's some historical data here that you can subscribe to. Anyway, that's the overview of adding your data subscription. Go through the process once you've selected it, and then click through next, etc. Okay, so now you've subscribed to data, you've subscribed to Bookmap, you've downloaded and installed Bookmap. Let's run it. Okay, so we'll double click on the desktop icon here and start to open up my Bookmap. Okay, and the first window that shows up here is the Bookmap Run options. You're going to choose which option that you want. If you have the Bookmap Global version, you will only see the simulated or replay mode options. If you have the Bookmap Global Plus, you will also have the option for trading mode, which would be trading within a live environment connected to your broker or connected to the Bookmap demo account as well if you want. Okay, now simulated trading here, or simulated mode, would be trading only within the Bookmap environment. It does not route trades outside of it. Trading mode will route trades outside of it, and like I said, we have a demo account that is live on our servers as well, so you can use that for trading for competitions and also for your own use as well. Okay, I'm going to select the real trading mode here, and once you select it, I would also highly recommend that you check the box here for record your data and your orders. If you only have simulation mode, then you can only record your data because your trades will not be recognized. But with the trading mode, you can also record your trades. Okay, I would recommend both of these because if you do that, then you can open up in replay mode later that save data file, and you can replay your trades, etc. This is a really great tool. We found that traders that utilize this tool have the fastest learning curve compared to anyone else when they use Bookmap. Okay, so they can go back, they can replay the data, they can trade it, they can re-record it or rewind and go back and play it again and trade it again, etc. This is a really great tool for debriefing as well as back testing. It's kind of like forward testing. Anyway, let's click OK and we'll open up Bookmap. Okay, so this is the screen that will come up. You can see that I'm not connected to any platform right now, any data, and to run a new instrument follow the steps. So let's go through the steps. We'll come up to connections here, and we need to configure a connection. Okay, and then we're going to add or remove a platform here. Click on that, and that will bring us into the Bookmap Plugins Manager or Bookmap Connect Layer 0. We'll scroll down to the bottom here, and you subscribe now to Bookmap data earlier. We showed where to get that, and now you're just going to install it here. Click on Install, and it will say that you're ready to use it. We'll click OK. Now you'll do the same process in here for DX feed data as well. Okay, so you'll add it just like I did with Bookmap data. We'll click OK, and now I've added the platform. I need to add a connection. So let's click on Add Connection, and then from the platform drop down here, let's click on that, and we're going to scroll down, and we're going to find Bookmap data here that we just added, and it's available within the platform drop down. Click on that, and we will recognize that you are subscribed to Bookmap data, so you're all set to go, and let's just click OK. Okay, so now let's go back to connections, and here's our Bookmap data connection. Okay, actually, let's add one more in here. I'm going to configure another connection here for DX feed, and we will click on the drop down here, and we'll scroll down. Here's my DX feed. I'm going to add this one, and again, we will be able to recognize that you're subscribed to DX feed, so just click OK. All right, now let's go back to connections, and looks like we need to add again in here. Okay, so I'm sorry, we got DX feed up top. I'm going to add another connection here. Okay, and then we're going to select Bookmap data. Okay, what I basically did was add a connection over the top of another one, and then we're going to click OK. Now we go back to connections, and we have our two connections here. So I'm going to just check the box, and it says no instrument is selected. Click the plus tab in the top left to subscribe to an instrument. So let's click on that, or let's click on the drop down here, and you can see that I've now I've made the connection for Bookmap data, and I've selected it now. Now we'll click on the plus tab, and then to subscribe to the instrument, we've got from the platform drop down Bookmap data. The type here, we'll select futures. The exchange, we'll select CME, and then we're going to input and type in here the ES, okay, for the S&P E-mini, and we've just rolled over to the M contract, and it's 5 here, and you can see it in the drop down as well. ESM5, we can select it here, and then we can add historical data. I'll select 1 hour, but if you click on the drop down here, you can see that you can select up to 61 hours. It looks like this is new. I thought it was 48 hours. Anyway, quite a bit. I would recommend just start off with like 2 or 3 hours, so you're not downloading tons of historical data, and then let's click subscribe. You can always add the historical data later, and I'll show you how to do that. Okay, it's also adding, I'm going to unsubscribe to this, but here's my my symbol here, ESM5, and it's open it up here. Okay, and let's zoom in a little bit. Okay, we're up and running with the S&P E-mini futures product from the CME. All right, now let's add another symbol in here, but for stock. Let's go back up to connections, and I've configured the DX feed connection, but I just need to select it now. So check the box, and if I click on connections again, now you can see I've selected it. So I can click on the plus tab here, and now from the drop down here, I have 2 different selections, either Bookmap data or DX feed. So we'll select DX feed, and then we're going to input a symbol in here for a stock. And then in here, you just start typing in what you want to access. So if we want to look at like Microsoft, MSFT, and you can select it from the drop down here. Yeah, historical data, 3 hours of cloud data, that's fine. And we'll click subscribe. Okay, and it is loading the data here. As you can see, it says in the upper left-hand corner, it's loading or importing the data. Okay. Hold on just a minute. Looks like I dropped off of Discord, so let me jump into Discord again. Sorry about that, everybody. Okay. No, that's not what I wanted. Sorry, just a second here. Okay, there we go. Sorry about that. Okay, Dan, all good over there in Discord? Looks like we need to maybe start the stage. All good. Okay, great. Okay, sorry about that. We're back, and now we have our Microsoft instrument here, all set to go. Zoom out a little bit, and we can see the price action and liquidity and transactions here within Microsoft. All right, so now we've got future symbol, stock symbol. Let's add a crypto symbol. Okay, I'm going to click on the plus tab here, and then for crypto, actually the data is free. And we're a data provider for crypto as well. We actually have a special feed, and it's with the multi-book product here. So anyway, I'll select Bookmap data here, and then from the type right here, instead of futures, I'm going to click on the drop down, and you can either select perpetual instrument or spot. Okay, I'm going to select perpetual, and then the exchange here is our own exchange called multi-book. I'll explain more about that in just a minute. And then the symbol is going to be BTC USDT. Okay, and here in the drop down we can also select it, and note right here it says Binance Futures, Bybit, and OKEX. So this is a synthetic instrument that we created. You can also see one for spot that's available down here. So we're connecting actually to 3 different exchanges. So this will give you a truer insight to the reality of the price action and transactions within BTC USDT. Okay, so we'll select that. 2 hours of cloud data. Tick size $20 per tick, and granularity of 0.01, and let's click subscribe. Okay, and that will start to populate as well. Okay, so, and it's just loading data at the moment. All right, so that's it. We've connected to all 3 different types of markets that we connect to: futures, stocks, and cryptocurrencies. Do you have any questions about that? Okay. Regarding rollover and the different symbols, that if you have any sort of issues with that, go up to the help menu up here, click on it, and you can go to the symbols guide here. That'll open it up here at bookmap.com. You can see the for futures, cryptocurrencies, and stocks. You can click on the links here to take you down the page. You see the month codes in here. Like I said, for futures, we have just rolled over, at least I rolled over today, to the June contract, which is M. And that's why there's ESM5 here. Okay, and you can see that we connect to multiple data providers for futures here: Bookmap Data, Rhythmic, DX Feed for futures, S5. We have Transact or Infinity. We have IQ Feed, TT, CQG, Interactive Brokers, and FairX as well. Okay, looks like we don't have FairX. Anyway, you can see the coding and how to connect to it. So if you want to bring your data from your broker and we connect to it, this is the guide here. Okay. All right. good to go with all the symbols. Let's go over some next level help here. So from the help drop down, you can go to the Bookmap portal, which we showed you earlier. There's the Bookmap Marketplace, which has a bunch of add-ons. If you want to browse through those, some of them are free, some of them are paid. Some of them are created from, or the majority of them are created from third-party partners that have coded their own indicators. You could too as well if you're a coder. There's a Bookmap API I'll show you in just a minute. But then there's the chat room, our Discord here. This will take you to our Discord, our user guide, and our learning center. Let's go to our user guide. That will be our knowledge base here. Okay, and this is our user manual for Bookmap, and you'll find just about an answer to everything in here. There's also one here for add-ons. Okay, if you're interested in perusing through some of the add-ons like anchored VWAP or absorption or whatever it might be, and for you, those guys that are coders, I can click on the API here and read through this as well. All right, so let me show you also the let's just go back to bookmap.com, and a quick way to get to the learning center. This will be most likely the next step for you. Is go to Bookmap Education here, click on the link, and then getting started little course here. These are very short videos. Click on it, and you can go through how to connect to data, the platform, downloading, etc. Just what we went through now, as well as adding symbols, an overview of Bookmap, how to navigate around the chart, the volume. You can see we have in each section in here several videos, and they're very short, just a couple minutes each. The heat map here, just 3 videos for a few minutes each as well. So this would probably be your next step. And there's another one though that I would really recommend and encourage you is to go to the Bookmap Market Mechanics course. And it's a 4-part course in here. They're about an hour long each. Just start with the basic market mechanics course here, and go through this, because you'll see in here it might be what Bookmap is showing in our education as well might be a little foreign to you. We will go through what the market mechanics at the most binary level, how the market works when you click market buy or market sell, in context with the passive orders, okay, the liquidity. This is how the market works. So just go through this and you'll learn quite a bit. And then, you'll notice these things within Bookmap when you're accessing the live markets. Okay, let me see if there's any questions in here. We covered all the resources. I would also really recommend that you come over to our Discord and partake in the community. We have all sorts of stuff over here in Discord that you can see, chat rooms, and we have a trading academy in here as well. We have multiple streamers every day in different languages. You'll see as you go through the Bookmap Discord. All right. Okay, let's get to some questions now. DX feed. Okay, you should find it if you go to your Bookmap login. Let's go back again. Okay, so the question is, you cannot find DX feed. Okay, so go back to and log into the portal. Okay, and now you will not see it if you have the free version of Bookmap. You will see it. You will first need to subscribe to Bookmap. You'll have to have either Global or Global Plus. Once you have that, then you can click on Add Subscription here, and then you'll see the offer for the DX feed data. Okay, Mendy, you should see it if you click on Add Subscriptions there. Okay, and then you'll see DX feed underneath for stocks and for futures. All right. Okay, another question, Jay. When subscribed to Edge Pro using Doorman as the broker is giving us a Rhythmic login, you can bring that to Bookmap as well. No problem. So if that's the connection you're using, then let me show you where you can go. Okay, again, you would go to the Bookmap. Here, we'll show it here. Okay, just go to bookmap.com, click on education, and then click on the getting connected to data here. Okay, and then you'll see subscribing to data or futures and stocks. Here's Rhythmic right here. It's about almost 5 minutes long. How to connect to Rhythmic. All right, that's the place to go. And you will be able to connect to, suppose you're connected to Rhythmic for Apex or Top Step Trader or Bullnox or whatever service, you can bring that to Bookmap as well. Okay, this is the process you'll go through. All right. Seems like your key is not registered and you cannot add it. Mendy is asking. No, that's the place to go. It's in the portal. That's where you'll see it, and you'll see it in the drop down just like I had demoed there. If you still have problems here, Mendy, then reach out to support, and let me show you that as well. You can find it from the Learning Center here. Just click on support, or if you go to bookmap.com and click on the More button here, you'll find all sorts of resources. Many of the resources I already just covered are in here, like the Learning Center, the knowledge base, that symbols table, and you'll see others. Okay, under Community Support, click on this, and then you can email support. There's also a telephone callback. It's a callback service. We will not pick up, but leave a message and we can call you back. You'll also see down here very, very quickly, you can go right to Bookmap live chat. Okay. All right. So that should get you up and running, Mendy, and we'll figure it out for you. What kind of data subscriptions do you need for level 2 data? Jay is asking. Okay, this is a good question. For example, Rhythmic, if you're connected to Rhythmic for futures, you may not see your level 2. You may need to call your broker and say, I want level 2 data. Okay, so that will that way, once you subscribe to level 2 data, let me show you what it looks like here. Go over to our futures instrument here, and then see all these areas in my current order book column. Okay, this is liquidity here. This is the live market right now. Okay, and all of these levels in here, these are limit sell orders above the current price, and they're limit buy orders down below. Now, what's interesting with Rhythmic is that once you get your level 2 data, it's not just 10 or 20 on the bid or the offer. Look at this. I can scroll and zoom out vertically. Look way up here at, like, God, at 6,000, there's 2 contracts up there. This is live. Okay, so that is, you know, like 350 points away from current price action. Okay, so you have unlimited depth here with Rhythmic, also for DX feed for futures, as well as Bookmap data for futures. Okay, so you will need to subscribe to that level 2 data. All right, it's a good question. All right, let me see if there's any questions over on YouTube. Let's see, Stan, where does Bookmap save data? Yeah, let me show you that. That will be in your user folder. So under File, go to your user folder. Okay, and then that will open it up here. You can see on my PC, on my C drive, it's in the Bookmap folder there. Okay, and then it'll be under Feeds here. Okay, click on that, and you can see I have all sorts of feeds in here. I save all my data. I try to. Okay, that's how you can access your data and for your recorded data. How can you access data for crypto in replay mode? That's the same way. Chords maze, exactly same process. Well, you cannot access more historical data. Only and the reason, here's the reason. So the question here, Chords Maze is asking, is can we have more data that maybe you didn't have during your trading session? No, you can't load that into Bookmap in replay mode. Okay, what you record in your live trading session is what you can replay back in replay mode. Yeah, I don't know if that answers your question or not. And let me see if there's any questions over here in Discord as well. When trading evaluation with Bookmap, do we need level 2 data? Well, there is no the free version, Duzman, of Bookmap will connect to the all instruments with full depth of market. Okay, so level 2 is included in that. Right, you will only be able to connect to one cryptocurrency for the live market, though. Okay, and that will have full depth of market as well. Okay, if we jump over to crypto, again, if we scroll vertically, you'll see full depth here. Okay, so you know, you can see up at like $100,000 up here. There's 53.71 coins up there right now, something like that. I hope that answers your question. Okay, let's see, last call on questions. Let's take a look here. Looks like I answered all the questions over in Zoom, in Discord, and YouTube. Okay, great. All right, thank you, everybody. If you have further questions about Bookmap, again, I showed you many resources. One more resource I can show you here that is worthy to check out here. If you go to bookmap.com and if you click on our education and go to the Learning Center, scroll down a little bit further, you'll see our events calendar, and you can see every day we have several events. So actually, I'm the last event here for today, March 18th, but tomorrow we have JTrader, professional stocks trader for small caps and large caps, options millionaire using Bookmap with options, Tom B trading volume profile and futures, Robert Rother, this will be in German, and then we also have Doug, which is he's a options trader using order flow in Bookmap as well. So you can click on these and you can subscribe to them, you can add them to your calendar, etc. And it's another great way to get involved within the Bookmap community. Okay, one more question here. Jay is asking, is there a way when you have access to full depth of market to see what all the orders in the queue are executed at a certain level? Well, yeah, I mean, you'd see that in your volume profile. Okay, so we've got many columns here for volume profile. And what I will do, Jay, is you can see like you'll get different numbers in here. This is for my chart range volume profile or my session range when I opened up my Bookmap. Okay, for further information about that, the best place to go is back to that Learning Center and click on the Getting Started and then go down to columns in here and go through some of the volume columns. Right here, volume and volume delta. All right. Okay, columns overview might be a good idea as well. Check that out. Okay, thank you, everybody. Thanks for coming. We'll do it again next week, Tuesday at 2 p.m. Get you connected, up and running with Bookmap, and then go over the next step. And next steps get you involved in the community and answer all your questions. Hope to see you again. Thanks for coming, everybody. Bye-bye.